I have waited nearly 7 years for a new LEGO Stranger Things set with minifigures. The Upside Down set's one of my favorite sets of all time, and it's finally happening. A follow-up to that on January 1st, 2026, which is the Creel House set. This will retail for $300 in the United States for a total of 2,593 pieces and 13 minifigures. I like the build of this set. We'll get to that later, but I'm also very drawn to the minifigures because, again, we only ever got that one minifigure set. And aside from a very hard to get San Diego Comic-Con Barb minifigure, there's been no LEGO Stranger Things minifigures since. And this set includes characters from the series I've been dying to see in LEGO minifigure form. But I have a problem, which is that I think so many of the characters in this set are completely botched by LEGO. I mean, this is Steve. He looks nothing like the character. I don't get what they were going for here. I guess he does have hair that is stuck up like that to an extent, but the hairpiece they use, which is Tan France hair, makes him look like he's Conan O'Brien. The face print doesn't do him much justice either. Do you know who this is supposed to be? Yeah, this is supposed to be Will. Another character where the face print and the hairpiece do not do the character justice. Just look at the design from Fortnite that they just released, since, you know, we have to get a LEGO Fortnite variant of certain characters. This looks like the character Will. A lot of it comes down to the hairpiece. The original Stranger Things set made a specialized hairpiece for Will, and this is not an existing hairpiece. However, this Mutt Williams hair that they use here totally does not fit the character. I mean, they'd probably be better off if they just used the original Will hairpiece compared to this one. There is an alternate face print, though, which has the glowing eyes. That facial expression does actually look like Will's face, at least. The torso matches his torso, but dang, looking at the Fortnite variant, look how detailed those legs are. And then we just get unprinted legs here. Lame. For more characters that look nothing like their in-show counterpart, I think the worst offender is Jonathan. This does not have a matching face print or hairpiece, and it's at the point where they don't even make a new face print. They just use that extremely overused, as I call it, rebel face print that we see spammed across so many themes. This is embarrassing if you ask me. The use of the Hobbit hair does not fit this character at all. They should have just went with a recolor of the Harry Potter hairpiece, you know, the new 2018 and onward Harry Potter hair. That would have fit, honestly, way more than this Hobbit hairpiece. Then there's Robin, who's a character I've been dying to get in LEGO minifigure form. I really wanted her in the Scoops Ahoy attire. Again, Starcourt Mall. But the design of Robin is botched for her hairpiece. I don't think the face print really fits her either, but the hairpiece is also atrocious. This existing hairpiece makes no sense for the character, not only for the sculpt, but also for the hair color. And what's very frustrating is there's a perfect piece for the character. It would just need a new recolor, which they've used for two other Netflix properties. It's the Nami hairpiece that was introduced this summer for One Piece, and they recently used that for an Enid mini doll in a new color. It needed one more recolor for Robin in this set, but nope. And then the last of the minifigures who look really off to me is Max. Max's hairpiece doesn't fit her too well. It's not the worst out of the ones we just covered. The design for her face is also missing freckles. It just feels, once again, lazy in my opinion. The torso print is excellent. It's incredibly accurate. I think Mike works. The torso print is really interesting with that illusion-like design. His new face print is good. He uses the same hairpiece as the 2019 set, which isn't excellent, but I'm probably thinking too much of the Fortnite variant, which uses a new hairpiece. I don't think, say, the BTS hair would work, so they would have to make a new sculpt and everything there. Really love the printing and everything on the Fortnite variants of these characters. It's just teasing us, where it's like, oh yeah, you see this awesome leg printing? You can't have that. It's not the biggest issue because majority of this is a house build that's substantial for the price. But when you have such a premium product, these cut corners for characters we haven't gotten for years or have never gotten really stand out to me. Now there are some excellent minifigures in this set. The design for 11 is perfect in my opinion. Like that came out great. I love how they did the sweatpants with just dual molded legs that didn't need any printing. Hairpiece is a perfect pick, new torso print and everything there. Vecna is a really interesting looking minifigure. I don't know if it completely works, but just using no new pieces for the base minifigure body, I think it works. Wish there was some side leg printing, but I like the side arm printing. And there is a new piece as an accessory for that hand, which is a very interesting design. And I wonder if they'd use that in other themes with recolors. Aside from my dreams of detailed leg printing, I think Lucas looks excellent. He gets a completely new hairpiece that is incredibly useful. I love the flat top. The torso print is excellent as well. Face print fits. I actually think that this Lucas is better than the Lucas we got in 2019, where he was forced to have that pirate bandana. It was originally a bold hat piece, but in that set, they made it his hair, which I always felt lacked the texture of his hair. It looked weird. It was an interesting part usage, though. So him and 11 are the two minifigures where I'd say they're more accurate compared to their original counterparts. I think Nancy came out well. We get a very unconventional hairpiece, which is the Gabby's Dollhouse hairpiece, if I'm not mistaken. Face print looks perfect. Torso print looks perfect. Yeah, one of the best minifigures of the set, in my opinion. The design for Dustin is pretty great. I mean, we get the return of his hair hat combo, but with a new coloring. Love how they actually have the Hellfire Club torso there. You know, we would add that to Bad Words and Lego set if I ever make a part 2, even though we kind of got a sequel. I'm only sad thinking about the Fortnite in-game variant leg printing. But yeah, both Dustin minifigures have been fantastic. There's also Mr. Whatsit, which they did a pretty good job with a new face print. Torso print looks fine. And then finally, there's Holly Wheeler, who looks fantastic for everything but the face. I think the face is a little bit off, but you get another new hairpiece. Which, if I had to be honest, I'd rather have a new hairpiece for Will than for Holly, because Will is a more important character. The new skirt piece from the Hobbit Hole set as well. New torso print. Love the cape. And the set actually has another hairpiece in that color, which is an alternate for Mr. Whatsit. It's the Superman hair. So yeah, that's super useful as well. Okay, so for the builds, I am a sucker for Lego houses, and this gothic mansion design is very interesting. You know, I love Lockwood Mansion. I love that haunted mansion from Scooby-Doo, but none of them are on the level of a $300 set, and the piece count really shows. There's an amazing play feature where you could pull this, and then it has a decrepit version of the house. I wish I could show this in motion, but the press release did not include a video for this. But it's very easy to reset this back to looking like it's not all torn apart. I really like how the awning of the entryway is handled with these pillars that are brick built. While it's probably a sticker, I like the design for the glass at the front door. That's something that will be useful outside of this setting. You could just use that for regular houses. The boarded up windows build is simple and effective. And with the boarding being so simple, you could easily display this without the boards. The first floor has a kitchen, which has 4 chairs from the Creel family. I like how those actually fit minifigures, and the setup there is very homely. The design to the left has a living room, which it seems like there's a sticker, and I'm not entirely sure what that's supposed to represent, but I like the couch there and kind of the old style furniture. The center hallway has a feature where once you have this in the position where it's not all torn apart, you could have Mr. Whatsit on one side with some wallpaper as a sticker in the background. Then as you tear it apart, you know, just by pushing it outward, then you have the background with the upside down and Vecna. So that's kind of cool that that switches as that function comes into play. Also, when you tear it apart, I guess would be the way to put it, there's splits in the walls where you'll see details like the clock. Also, there's a sticker on the wall which you can see once you split it or tear it apart, or whatever we want to call it in this specific way, which I believe is referencing a specific part from season 5 that's pretty spoilery if I'm not mistaken. Also, this sticker right here shows the mind layer. Alice's bedroom to the right has a setup with a pink sheeted bed. There's another wallpaper sticker on the wall, as well as a wallpaper and mirror sticker there, which looks pretty bad if you ask me. I mean, it doesn't even look like the mirror is reflective. There's a sticker 2x2 on the floor with a design of a bunny on it, which is pretty dark because Henry kills the bunny in the actual show. So yeah, it's alluding to that. Also weird that the fireplace is in her room, and notice some wall art as well, which is seemingly a sticker. Henry's room has a bed with blue bed sheets, seemingly a book on spiders. I'm curious if this piece right here has a print of a spider on it, because it looks like there might be a print there, but it's very hard to see. And there's a poster with a design that has a planet on it on the wall. There's the attic above. And on this side, we have a section where Max and Lucas are sitting. That actually shows off a 1x2 sticker of the drawing of Max and Lucas, which is adorable. There's a tape up there and a lantern. And then to the left, there's this attic section that has an old radio and a spider, as well as some candles, which are being burned. The set also includes Steve's BMW as a build. Very standard car build there. It doesn't even have opening side doors. You just gotta lift up the roof and put the minifigures inside. But what I really like is the build for the radio van, which is representing the Squawk, which is the radio station between Robin and Steve. I like the stickers at the side, which have some cute designs to them, and you can see even the license plate has 94.5 FM. This is a blue van that is pretty unconventional for a Lego build. And I'm really curious what the interior of the van looks like. There's no pictures in the press release showing such. So yeah, pretty cool builds if you ask me. I like the play feature. I don't know if I will buy this right away. I'll probably buy it eventually. I love the upside down set, and I gotta rebuild that. And then this would make a great display piece coinciding with the upside down display. I'm just really disappointed by the minifigures, especially since we didn't get any Lego minifigure Stranger Things content for freaking 7 years by the time this releases. They could have done better, and it would have been very easy, but yeah. Oh well. Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm being too harsh about the minifigures or if my frustrations are justified. Subscribe here for more 2026 Lego news. There's so much and there's still more to come. I'll see you later. Seriously, you liking, commenting, and subscribing means so much, and it helps the algorithm with this channel. Peace out.